What's going on, guys? It's Jeff. Dude, that card last night, I don't even know what to say. Literally, for the past, what is it, 3 weekends now? Maybe it's even been like a month straight where we have gotten these banger, and I mean banger headliner cards. It's usually very few and far in between where like they would always live up to their hype. Like there was always something that would like get thrown into the whole thing. Over these last few weeks, it's just been ridiculous. The prelims are popping off. Yesterday's card, there was I think 6 or 7 knockouts in a row. Good fucking fights, and then the fights that weren't knockouts were like closely contested, and there's drama, and there was a dude that was 264 pounds. He was like, I think even less than 6 feet tall at that weight. He got a spinning wheel kick knockout. You have to understand how fucking stupid that is. I love this shit. Hey, by the way, if you're new here, subscribe. Yesterday, my video actually ended up, for the first time ever, ending up on trending. Like, not gaming trending, trending. I believe it was number 18 on overall trending on the entirety of YouTube. And, you know, before that, I was also like number 3 on gaming or some shit like that. It's crazy. People are loving Vanguard at the moment. Obviously, brand new. So if you're new here, subscribe. I upload basically every single day. Today is Sunday, and sometimes I would take this day off, but since the grind's only begun, we're here. So speaking of the grind, so we got the MP40 gold and we got the Sten gold. We're currently working on the Thompson now, M1928. At the moment, this is what I'm running as my class setup. Don't necessarily know what isn't the best, but got a shit ton of multi-kills. The Thompson is great for multi-kills and stuff. Got some headshots. Oh, and also GFUEL. Use code Jeff on the website if you want for a discount. Yeah, so this grind, as I've been sitting here, at the moment, the majority of the community, even like a lot of Warzone people, are dabbling, at the very least, dabbling with this camo grind, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start this camo grind and then finish it right before Warzone Pacific comes out. And while that is absolutely possible, I see a whole lot of people that just are not gonna finish this grind. If you're a Warzone player, they're not gonna do this. I feel like even regular people wouldn't be doing this. I feel like overall Damascus was, in terms of the challenges, harder than this, but this is longer. This is a little bit more time consuming, which is crazy too, considering how much faster paced this game actually is for just, you know, racking up kills. To get a 4-piece like that over on Modern Warfare, I would have had to rub some salts together and fucking burn some coal. So True Game Data, I believe it was, he might have obviously had help, so I apologize if you were the guy who ended up helping him with all of that. I'm sure a ton of people helped, but True Game Data found out somehow that this game actually now, well, at least for SMGs, it might be for all the weapons, but the example I ended up seeing was with SMGs, but apparently there is actually a bloom effect. Bloom as in, like, if I'm standing here, bullets will be kind of random. So if I'm aiming right here, right, and I take a shot, you can see a little bit that the bullet doesn't always go exactly where that dot is now. And it's not just recoil, this is the first bullet out. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit down. That wasn't always in Call of Duty. That's, I don't know, apparently Battlefield had it or something, maybe COD Mobile. And obviously, oh yeah, well, what are you taking, you know, 80-meter shots for with an SMG, right? But it still makes a lot more sense as to why those long-range shots are harder. I understand that you're not supposed to be able to, you know, destroy people across the map with an SMG and all, but, you know, tell that to everybody using the MP40 right now anyway. I also really like how, especially in Blitz, when people are running around and calling in multiple UAVs, you don't even need to actually get a Blackbird, or what is this one? Local Informants, I think it's called. You don't need to actually get the kill streak in order to get a Blackbird slash informant effect. You just have to get multiple UAVs in the sky, and boom, it's right there. I'm using this Thermite a lot more. I might also start using the Molotov, because in the Blitz modes, if you're able to cut off certain areas, people will just hard funnel through the next best thing every single time. They'll just hard funnel through, so you can push players to certain sides of the map just by, like, throwing something in a doorway somewhere. People won't just sit, they'll actually start running over there, like old school Call of Duty. There was also this tweet going around of, it was just like a clip, it was a quote from me playing the Cold War beta, and people are acting like I hated on Cold War or some shit like that. It was just that Cold War came too late. I think Cold War multiplayer is better than Modern Warfare multiplayer as well. Design-wise, it is. It just didn't have that Modern Warfare feel. Great gunplay, it just didn't have that feeling. Well, absolutely, Cold War isn't, you know, perfect by any means. Not my favorite Call of Duty of all time or anything, but design-wise, it's still better than Modern Warfare. I don't care, they're not like, I don't know. People are starting to understand what I mean by Modern Warfare slash Warzone rat break. The reason you're able to get away with that shit over on Modern Warfare is because of the sound and the way that the game is designed. The damage, everything. It get all the information without actually learning any skill, understanding spawns and things like that. Although this game, you don't really have to learn spawns either, because everybody's running forward intel. It's ridiculously strong. I have a feeling this kind of perk's gonna end up getting nerfed. If not, well, I like it. At least it makes perk 2 interesting. Oh god, now they want long shots. Oh god, long shotting, dude. I finished that sten, by the way. Long shots. I'm not lying. I heard in hardcore 4 hit mark on one player playing on house, and I was laying down the middle. I would say that's about maybe at most like 40 meters, something like that. I was even using the burst thing with the high caliber rounds on it, the 45 caliber. They didn't give a fuck. They just face tanked it and then just one-shot me anyway. And given I was already getting one-shotted by STGs, the 2-shotted STGs, I know, 1-shot, 2-shot. Sometimes basically, if I don't even see red on my screen, I got 1 shot. And the STG and the MP40, although they're insanely strong, they're definitely not the only broken things in this game. I've been hearing some things about some marksman rifles, certain attachment combinations. This is kind of what we had feared, though, with this whole 10 attachment system that they were going with. Hey, Sledgehammer, you guys are the ones that built it. It is what it is. What happened? Once the majority of like the camo grind is, you know, done for some people, you know, I'd say about like 3 months in or so, and the people that are tired of getting spanked on multiplayer will go back to Warzone like they always do. Sometimes my character just like actually doesn't reload, and it forces me to like, it makes me forget if I'm doing the tap or hold to reload. Can't use while prone. Well, I just did, so. Oh, no fucking way. Like, wait a minute, they're gonna push me. I'm gonna light this on fire and see if somebody that comes by is gonna just run into it. That'll zone them a little bit. That did not work the way I thought it would, but hey, I didn't think that many people would die. I was expecting, you know, 1 or 2. He shot me in the shin. No one has ever died from getting shot in the shin. Actually, though, that is not lethal. It might hurt, but that is not lethal. There has never been an instantaneous death from getting shot in the shin. Your cap ain't that important. It's just way more fun. It plays more with an actual Call of Duty flow. It's not just the pace either, because 6v6 even plays different. The mentality's just different on this game. This is how I wish people would have treated Modern Warfare. But too many people started fucking lying to themselves and their friends about them getting better at a game when all they did was just sit there and fucking turn their headset up. Like, just be real with yourself. Yeah, apparently the stun grenade does like 20 damage or some shit. So if you get stunned, take that 20 damage. Basically, like, you're already losing the gunfight. Like, you're not already just in that terrible, you know, spot by being stunned already. Yeah, apparently, what is it? Is it the accuracy stat? So there's this weird thing where we're getting these different terms on this game, like recoil control versus accuracy. Stippled, it says recoil recovery. Would that be considered over on Warzone's equivalent to stability? No, maybe not. We don't really have like a full-blown explanation until everybody's like studying it and everything, and it's happening, it's underway. Recoil control, recoil recovery, and then there's accuracy, which is strange. Another +1 to accuracy. Accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. So, okay, here's the question. If I just have a very high recoil control versus some sort of stat that makes it like the steady proficiency plus the polymer. Oh god, there's so many attachments and terms. Holy fuck. How are we gonna find out what is and isn't good actually though? Okay, total kills are done. Sick. Halfway through the headshots. Kind of expected with a, you know, multi-kills, super easy, very simple. Kills without dying, very simple. That just comes with time. Okay, oh god, I really don't want to do these long shots, but okay, how do we set this up for the Thompson to be a long shot machine? My picks yesterday, I'm pretty sure I picked all the favorites anyway. I wanted Wei Li to win or whatever. I picked the top 3 fights. It was Gaethje versus Chandler, Rose Namajunas versus Wei Li Zhang, and then Usman versus Colby Covington. I ended up picking Rose, Usman, and Gaethje, and all 3 of them won. Gaethje and Chandler, arguably fight of the year. 15 minutes straight of just swang and bang. Shit was brain damage just watching it. It was crazy. Yeah, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler was ridiculous. They were damaging each other back and forth. Chandler, even when he started losing steam, was just like out on his shield type of shit. A lot of people want to make him out to be like a diva. I don't really like that term, but a diva where like something's not going his way, he immediately starts wilting. Nah, Chandler's a fucking warrior. I'm gonna watch every single fight that motherfucker is in. the same way I'd watch any fight with Gaethje. Rose Namajunas versus Wei Li, that fight was a lot more like how I imagined the first fight was gonna go. Way too many people were sitting there disrespecting Wei Li from that first fight, saying, oh, I don't think she deserves a rematch when you knock somebody out in 70-something seconds. You can't take that away from somebody who's on a 19-fight fucking winning one loss at the beginning of her career, and then the loss to Rose right there. In between that, had fight of the year, a fight of all-time contender with Joanna. And you're gonna disrespect and say that she doesn't deserve a rematch? It's just, it's gross, man. It's a great fight, split decision, went over to Rose and everything. It was, I would say Rose definitely won the fight. I wouldn't say like there was any robbery or anything like that. Justin Gaethje won the unanimous decision over Michael Chandler. Rose gets a split decision over Wei Li, and Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. This fight was a bit different to how the first fight went. In the first fight, they didn't even bother grappling at all. It was just all striking, and Usman eventually finished him. But this one, there was a little bit more wrestling involved, more mind games and things like that. They definitely changed your game plans up. Both improved, but Usman ended up coming out with the unanimous decision. At least won, you know, 3 out of the round. I mean, even the prelims, it was crazy. From, okay, early prelims, unanimous decision, unanimous decision, unanimous decision. And then knockout, starting with the 265-pound dude that literally threw a spinning wheel kick and got a knockout with it. Then we got Ian Gary, this new Irish kid that just like did this step back, took Jordan Williams' chin off. So we got 2 KOs in a row on the early prelims. Every single fight on the regular prelims, 4 of them, every single one ended in knockout. So we had 6 knockouts in a row leading into the main card, which then rolled into the banger of Gaethje. Dude, the card was so good. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna go grind.